Hello everyone, this is Harapriya. Welcome to our online class and YouTube channel of Vishwakarma Competitive Point. Today we are going to discuss about the current affair from 10th September to 20th September. Hope you all watch the video completely and till to the end. First we will discuss about the day and date. First, 14th September. 14th September celebrated as World First Aid Day. World First Aid Day is celebrated on the second Saturday of September each year. This year it will be celebrated on September 14th. It is celebrated to bring awareness among the people about the importance of first aid. Next, 14th September also celebrated as Hindi Divas or Hindi Day. On 14th September of 1949, the Constitution had decided to make Hindi as the official language of India. So it is celebrated as Hindi Divas. 15th September is celebrated as Engineers Day. This day is celebrated to commemorating the birthday of one of the greatest engineers, M. Visvesvaraya. 15th September celebrated as International Day of Democracy. The United Nations General Assembly resolved to observe 15th September as International Day of Democracy with the purpose of promoting and upholding the principles of democracy. 16th September celebrated as Malaysia Day. It is a public day that celebrated to commemorate the establishment of Malaysian Federation. It is the union of Malaya, North Borneo and Singapore into a single state. 16th September also celebrated as World Ozone Day. It is celebrated as International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. Theme of the 2020 World Ozone Day is Ozone for Life, 35 years of ozone layer protection. Now we will discuss about national news. India attends 10th East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers Meet. The Minister of State for External Affairs, V. Muralidharan, represented India at the 10th East Asia Summit. During the meet, ministers exchanged their view on speedy and sustainable recovery from the COVID-19. Government of India launches 5-star village scheme to ensure 100% rural coverage to postal schools. The scheme seeks to bridge the gaps in public awareness and reach the postal products and services to the interior villages and to the rural villages. The Jammu Kashmir government announced a free health insurance for the Jammu Kashmir residents. Jammu Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha announced this health insurance scheme, and this scheme will provide health insurance cover free of cost to all its residents and include all the serving and retired employees. PM Narendra Modi took part in the inauguration of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. He will inaugurate 1.75 lakh houses under this scheme in Madhya Pradesh. Jammu and Kashmir gets grievance redressal system. The Lieutenant Governor of Jammu Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, rolls out this system. It will be initially launched on a pilot basis for the 3 districts of Jammu Kashmir, that is Jammu, Srinagar and Risai, and the rest of the districts within the October. Punjab government decided to convert stubble into biomass fuel. To curb the remaining of the crop residue burning and create positive atmosphere for the industrialization, Punjab government signed this MOU with the MS-SAB Industries Limited. This agriculture waste can be converted into ethanol using the 2G technologies. Serum Institute of India (SII) directed to suspend the requirement of Oxford vaccine trial. the Drug Controller General of India has directed to SII of India to suspend till further orders new recruitment in phase 2 and 3 of clinical trials. Fraudsters dumped crores of rupees under PM Kisan Nidhi scheme. Department of Agriculture identified that as many as 90,000 of ineligible beneficiaries under the scheme. As per the scheme, small and marginal farmers of family who have combined land of up to 2 hectares will receive 3,000 rupees in installment. Government of India bans exports of all kind of onions, except those onions cut, sliced or in powder form. The ban includes Bangalore Rose onion and Krishnapuram onions. Bangladesh, Malaysia, UAE and Sri Lanka are the top importers of Indian onion. India retail inflation dips marginally from 6.73% of July to 6.69% in August. Retail inflation is the increase in price of goods which is sold at retail market. Due to this inflation, the common household faces the problem with the inflation as their demand of other products shrinks. Union Minister set up 16-member committee to study about the ancient Indian culture. The Union Minister of Prahalad Singh Patel formed that expert committee for conducting the study on the origin and evolution of Indian culture, dating back to the around 12,000 years ago. PM Modi inaugurated 7 projects under Namami Gange and Amrit scheme in Bihar. Apart from this project, the foundation stone were also laid for water supply project in Mungar and Jamalpur and riverfront development scheme under the Namami Gange in Muzaffarpur. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Package Insurance Scheme for the health workers fighting for the COVID-19 is extended for 6 months. The central sector scheme provides an insurance cover of Rupees 15 lakh to the healthcare providers who may have to in direct contact with the COVID-19 patients. India became an observer of Djibouti Code of Conduct. It is aimed at the repression of piracy and armed robbery against the ships in Western Indian Ocean region and the Gulf of Aden and Red Sea. PM Modi's birthday celebrated as Seva Divas. PM Modi, who is the first PM of country to born after independent India. He always an inspirational leader. As respect to him, BJP celebrated his birthday as Seva Sapat or Week of Service. PM Modi is to dedicate the Kosi Rail Mahasetu to the nation. The Kosi Rail Mahasetu is 1.9 km long and an amount of 516 crore has been invested for its construction. The Tata Group of companies recently won the bid to construct a new parliament building. The construction likely to be complete in 1 year and the project cost 861.2 crore. Government tells Supreme Court to regulate the digital media. As Supreme Court to look into regulating digital media before electronic media and print media. Union government approved amendment to FDI policy, Foreign Direct Investment Policy in defense sector. The Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said that for the new license, FDI is allowed up to 74% of automatic route. India is the third largest country in world allocating the defense budget. Indian Railway to levy user fee at major stations. The user fee in some stations having high footfall to generate revenue to provide better facility for the passengers. Gujarat government announces new subsidy scheme for the e-vehicles. In this scheme, it will offer a subsidy to buyers of electric vehicles in state. College students who buy two-wheelers will get a government subsidy of 12,000, while the rickshaw drivers and self-employed person will get a 43,000 for vehicle. Jammu Kashmir launches National Generic Document Registration System. This system was developed by National Informatics Center (NIC) to address the diversity and variation across the state on formats, language, process and formula. Supreme Court asked High Court to form special benches to hear criminal cases against the legislature. Supreme Court has asked the Chief Justice of High Court to make a list of pending cases immediately and to create special courts exclusively for criminal politicians. The Government of India has amended the Public Procurement Order 2017 to curb the Chinese investment. It has been done to promote Make in India and curb investment neighboring countries with emphasis of China. India's first CRI-SIR test for the COVID-19 test has been launched by the Tata Group. This test uses an indigenously developed technology for the detection of the COVID-19 virus. SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, shortlist Airtel, Wipro and others to revamp its communication system. It included totally 8 companies that are shortlisted for this IT infrastructure. Now we will discuss about international news. India-China agree on 5-point plan to resolve the border tension, and it will guide their approach towards the situation of the line of actual control. India-Japan signed defense agreement on reciprocal provision supplies and services. The agreement was signed by the Defense Secretary Ajay Kumar and Ambassador of Japan Suzuki Satoshi, and it will enhance the armed force of India and Japan. US President Donald Trump nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 2021. US cancels 1,000 Chinese students' visa under May 29 presidential proclamation to suspend the entry of China students and researchers deemed security risk, so he cancelled the China students' visa. The UN warned about the COVID-19 could trigger more conflict and poverty and starvation. As for the raging case of the COVID-19, the UN warned about the situation. Germany conducts serum testing after the Cold War. More than 1,000 sirens started blowing on the 10th September at 11 am. Smartphones users get emergency push notification on their phone. Global Economic Freedom Index 2020 report was released. Singapore is ranked in first among 42 countries in Asia Pacific region, and the position of India is 105. The representative of India to UN T.S. Tirumurti confirmed that India's entry as member of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women (CSW). Russia to sell COVID-19 vaccines to India. He will sell 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik 5 to India. Israel, Bahrain and UAE sign a peace agreement named as Abraham Accord. As for the agreement, UAE and Bahrain will establish exchange of ambassadors, cooperate and work together with Israel, including tourism, trade, healthcare and security. Bangladesh government granted permission for export Hilsa fish to India. Bangladesh to export 1450 tons of Hilsa to India as the Durga Puja gift. World Bank released the annual Human Capital Index and India has been ranked at the 116th position in this index. BRICS NSA Summit. Brazil, Russia, India, China and Saudi Arabia National Security Advisor. In this summit, the countries exchanged their views on biosafety, cyber security and counter-terrorism. US President Donald Trump identifies that India as the major illicit drug producing country around the world, and he also identified 20 other countries including in this drug producing list. IMD, the Institute of Management Development, released the Global Smart City Index 2020. Singapore topped in this Smart City Index, and 4 cities of India, that is New Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad and Bangalore, suffered significant drop in this year. Udit Singhal named to 2020 class of young leaders of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. He is the founder of Glass to Sand, a zero waste ecosystem. Bangladesh allowed to import onions from India. Now we will discuss about some appointment in this month. Ayushmann Khurrana, a Bollywood actor, appointed as the UNICEF's celebrity advocate in India to end the violence against the children. Harivansh Narayan Singh re-elected as Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman. Yoshihide Suga to succeed Shinzo Abe as the Prime Minister of Japan. Now we will discuss about some summits. The External Affairs Ministers chaired the IBSA Foreign Ministers Meet. During the meet, ministers exchanged their views on IBSA cooperation, exchanged view on issue of global significance of peace, security and climate change. G20 met to launch global initiative to reduce land degradation and coral reef program. Saudi Arabia will be the hosting country of the G20 summit. India, Pakistan to meet in the SAARC meeting through video conferencing, and the headquarters of SAARC is in Kathmandu. The Vaibhav summit would be inaugurated by PM. The full form of Vaibhav is Vyashik Bharatiya Vaigyanik Summit. The platform will bring the Indian overseas and resident academics and scientists together to evolve a structure of association. Now some bill and amendments. Introduction of Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill 2020 passed in Lok Sabha. This will make safe and ethical practice of assisted reproductive technology and also will monitor medical procedure used to assist the people of achieve pregnancy. The Lok Sabha passed the bill to amendment Essential Commodity Act 1955. This bill aimed to deregulating the commodities such as cereals, pulse, oilseed, edible soil, onion and potato. Lok Sabha recently passed the Salary and Allowance of Minister Bill 2020. This bill to reduce salary and allowance of MP and ministers for 1 year. This is being done to help supplement the financial resource necessary to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. Parliament passed the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda Bill 2020. It is expected to provide the highest level of training of personnel in important branches of Ayurveda, including pharmacy. Lok Sabha passed the Banking Regulation Amendment Bill 2020. It will regulate the functioning of banks and provide details on various aspects of such as licensing, management and operation of banks. The Farmers Agreement of Price Insurance and Farm Service Bill 2020 was introduced in Lok Sabha. The new legislation will create an ecosystem where the farmers and traders will enjoy freedom of choice of sale and purchase of agri products. The Rajya Sabha has passed the Insolvency and Bankrupt Code Bill 2020. The code provides a time-bound process for resolving insolvency in companies and among individuals. The Rajya Sabha passed the Epidemic Disease Amendment Bill 2020. The Act provides prevention of spread of dangerous epidemic diseases and protection of healthcare persons combating epidemic diseases. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And don't forget to subscribe.